right, for today we are live once again doing the whole thing. Sunday afternoons, we are always live. We're trying to hang out with you guys, get to know our community, and talk Ford Excursion. So that is the plan today. We're going to do the exact same thing we do every week. You guys are going to ask some questions. We're going to talk about different things of Ford Excursions. I'm going to be told I'm wrong because I'm wrong all the time. And it's going to be great. It's going to be a great time, and I'm excited to hang out with you and do this thing together. So first thing I've got to do is I need to go away because I need to go take the link and put it on Instagram. So, and bang, we are back. Instagram posted, and it doesn't really matter though because we are on YouTube right now. Love being live on YouTube and getting to talk about Ford Excursions, doing the thing. What do you guys got going on today? Green screen happened. Every time, I don't never know what I'm doing. Boom. The Ford Excursion poll. Haven't run the poll for a while, so that is rolling. If you are in here and you own an Excursion, we'd love to hear about it. My current project I'm going to work on with you guys, maybe I'll move this thing back. And I can do it right in front and look up. Try and do some type of project that I can work on and be doing right in front of you guys instead of crawling underneath a truck doing projects that way. Got a whole bunch of people in here. If somebody could hit the like button, that would be amazing. And my name is Bryce. I am the Ford Excursion guy on the internet. So I have built this one behind me. This one is bobbed. I think it's one of the only ones in the world that is bobbed. And what that means is I took the rear overhang and I cut a section out. Imagine my fingers as a section. And then I reattached the back section back to it. So I shortened it. That is what bobbing is. So if you look up a bob pickup truck bed, you'll see a shortened rear overhang. Really need to figure out how to do it to this RC car because it drags the tail everywhere. Today we're going to work on that RC car and play with the thing. But for now, we're just messing with, the old Bob Excursion talk. So took that out, had to build a custom gas tank, made the truck shorter. I did that because of the departure angle. So when you're climbing up steep obstacles and you have a long departure angle on the back of your truck, it drags, or you drop down things or anything like that. And so when I went out to build Bob, is his name, I wanted to make this thing to where it would climb steeper things, drop down steeper things without dragging the tail over things. And that is what I got built for myself. So did all the stuff myself. When I started building it, I really didn't even know how to weld, and I taught myself how to weld with some help of some friends. So it was a great time, and I'm still always building it. Nothing's ever done. And yeah, we've got Leroy Ruiz down here, Janelle down here, Henry Welsh. We've got Flip GP. That's awesome. Henry Welch, yeah, you got your shout out, man. I'm trying to say everybody that comes in here, I love it. Right now, what I'm kind of playing with is I want to make this truck flex better. This is a cheap MN82 from Amazon. And I get out there and use this thing, and it just doesn't flex, and it's really frustrating. Henry Welch, tell me about your channel, man. Why you over here seeking shout-outs? You got something cool you're building? I'd love to hear it. But yeah, so I'm just going to play with RC cars, and we're going to see if we can make this thing even softer. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you in just a second. I got to get this thing off of here. PH Freelance, it already exists. I'm working on how to mount it. We have a 3D print of Bob, actually, a Bobbed Excursion. So it exists. I'm working on getting the thing set up. Thank you, Henry Welsh, for the subscribe, man. I appreciate that. I wish you all the luck. Building a channel. Building a channel is really fun. YouTube is a great place to grow and meet just so many great people. I have met incredible people through the through everything on YouTube. I have a great, crowd of subscribers that really just care, and it's pretty awesome. We've got Racing Connection coming on here. Racing Connection says this excursion is for sale, so if you want an excursion, you can talk to Racing Connection. Racing Connection, where are you located? What engine? How much do you want for it? Why not? Let's just throw it around here. Let's see. Let's see if anybody in the chat is super interested in an excursion. I love, helping people do that. Bummed that you're selling it, though. I mean, that's lame. So I just tried this truck. I have no spring on the front of this currently. I'm seeing, see, it doesn't want to come down very well. But it sure sets nicely. Okay. Boss 50 Falcon, he would like a excursion apparently, because he says me over and over. We've got XJ Performance. Boss Falcon is interested, so hit me up with the details. Racing Connection, I believe, is who that was. Gabriel Garcia starting with the low ball with 2 cents. Not helpful. Interesting. Yeah, so I don't know if that's... Yeah, all right, well, no springs, not super helpful. Racing Connection, yeah, but Racing Connection, tell us about your excursion. Boss Falcon sounds like he is actually interested, the way that he responded. So you should shoot some details in your next comment, my friend. Wesley, what is up? We've got Gabriel Garcia. We've got XJ Performance getting his AC filled tomorrow. Cool. I'm gonna start cutting coils off of this RC car spring because it's just too tight. And I'm gonna see if I get rid of one coil here, if that will loosen it up enough to give me a thing. RC cars behind your excursion Racing Connection? Sweet, man. See, we're like in the same zone here. All these excursion owners, we got a good time. We have fun. We're not bidding, Wesley. No, we are waiting for Racing Connection to tell us about his excursion that's for sale, and see if anybody on here is interested. Racing Connection, what RC cars you working on? XJA Performance, my favorite Power Stroke is a 7.3. That's the only one I've ever owned. So, Orange Sunrise, have no idea what all that means. So, glad you're here though. Racing Connection, tell me about your RCs that you're working on. Well, I made it softer for sure, getting rid of one link. So we're gonna do it to the other side. Losi 2.0 and the Limitless. Oh, cool. I've been out of the hobby for so long. I don't feel like I know anything about RCs anymore. I still have a really cool custom sandrail that I built years ago, and then I've got a Red Cat. I think it's an Ascent. I don't know what it is. Or the Red Cat. I don't know what it is, actually. And it's a scale crawler from Red Cat. Started getting into crawling a little bit. I've got a good... you have an Element Night Runner. Oh, cool. Oh, good. Anton's here. So, yeah, if you want to hear anything bad about the 6.0, Anton will tell you all of it. Glad that he shows up just to make sure the 6.0 gets ragged on in my comments. It's valid from Anton because he owned one for a while, and it really It really just drove him up the wall so much that he put a 5.9 in it. Ugh. All right, there's another coil gone. Which way did I put it up? I put the top. Oh. I don't know if I should put it at the top or the bottom. Cut coil, I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom of this one. See what that does. XJ Performance, what up? You want to S400 swap it? I don't know what the S400 is. So, enlighten me. Let's hear about it. A lot of people want 6.0s so they can swap them. They're cheap. But the V10s are pretty cheap too. I don't know. Okay, we've got that done and that done. You have an RC tank? Oh, that's pretty cool. Is it like a hobby grade one or is it like a kid's one? I'm just trying to get this thing to flex. It's crazy when you put it up on something and it just doesn't move. It drives me nuts. Like now, where does it get to? I still got tons of shock left. Also got to get rid of this front bumper. I don't know if I'm going to do that on the live today. But I mean, I have a transmission to build. We could build the transmission in this thing. I have an aluminum case. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just keep working on RC cars today? We can talk about excursions while I work on RC cars. Up to you. Happy to do either. Happy to just stare. I'm not as good at responding to comments when I'm working on something. The Berg is a Borg Warner turbo frame size. I don't know what that is. 04 Unlimited 4x4. Pat Morale, thanks for coming in here, Pat. I have not seen your name before. Love to see it. Let's see. I'm just too blind. That's probably why. Oh, okay. The size of a turbo. Okay, got it. XJ Performance, thanks for hanging by. Dream, never give up. Put away your V10 Excursion. Now it won't start. Cranks, but it won't start. Put starter fluid in it. Dream, never give up. Sounds like your fuel pump might have died while it was sitting if it started on starter fluid. So, just an Aussie. Got the Ford Mustang GTD. Cool. Cool deal. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think I'm going to keep pulling apart pieces of the RC car until people tell me to not. And we'll see what we can get together here. I have a aluminum transmission that I got to put together. And we'll maybe just do this on the live. Yep, fuel pumps are not stoked about sitting in fuel for a long time. So I'd be willing to bet your fuel pump died from sitting. Anton just confirmed it. Anton's smarter than me, so I like going with what Anton says. Anton, I didn't even get your rig walk around done yet. I need to. But it's on my list. I just did a show this weekend, so that was took a lot more time this week than expected. And so, that's not the right piece. I might not have to cut off this front bumper. I know you're not worried about it, but I just want people to see that truck, man, because you have done such a nice job. Given it's the only... What the heck? It's the only swapped... Excursion I've ever seen. It's also the cleanest swapped Excursion I've ever seen. Oh yeah, so if I want to get the front bumper off, it's going to have to be cut. The rear bumper, though. The rear bumper. Wesley, RC cars are just a hobby, but cars in general are all a hobby. So, yes, all of it. I hope I get some views for it. I don't know, dude. The algorithm sometimes just some people's rigs. I got to come up with the right title and the right all that stuff. You know. Actually, Anton, email me since I'm talking to you right now. Email me some other pictures of that. I don't feel like I got any pictures of your truck, either at the event or like somewhere else. Oh, the whole tailgate is what's attached to that. So that's less helpful. Huh, that's funny. Man, so I could graft the back of this bed back together. Okay, well. There we go. Put it back together. I hope so, Anton. That's not why I'm doing it. I want people to see your guys' builds. And you've done a ton of work to that truck, so it 100% deserves it. Also, just think that, like, any excursion that has some things done at this point needs to be shown because people are starting to buy them, and they want to know, like, what can be done. And I think guys like you are pushing the limits and making it to where, you know, people can really see what these things can do. Oh, look at that. The rear drive shaft collapses. Does the front drive shaft collapse early? That's not helping. Yeah, so this is the inside of an MN82. I never had this body off of this thing. Definitely got all my weight in the right spot up front. But didn't pay attention to where things came out of, so hopefully they go into the right holes. That's cool. Yeah, they're just another big project. They all are, right? I mean, every vehicle. Wow, so I wonder if that's basically what's holding up the back of this truck. That's super wild. Okay. We're getting into the nitty-gritty. Let's see. Let's get my transmission here. I need some Loctite. All these companies, Chinese companies, selling parts for a Chinese truck. I know you can't imagine, but geeks4x4@gmail.com. Yep, super simple. You know, as it should be. You would assume correctly. There's still Phillips. Okay. Working on RC cars, talking to my friends online. Yeah, I guess you gotta mount the motor before you do any of this, so I guess we're mounting the motor first. Okay. First things first, get the old transfer case, transmission, whatever, out of this thing. This is like a 3-piece drive shaft, super weird. And the engine is here and out. Okay. Hope this has some more weight to it. Oh my gosh. Even the grub screws. Even the grub screws are Phillips. These Chinese, I don't understand, like, how much more would it cost you to put an Allen head in there besides, like, instead? Like, it can't be that much money. But here we are. Just pulling the transmission apart. An RC car transmission. But, you know, it's a transmission. Transmission and transfer case in one. Show you guys the guts of it. Oh, Anton, we need to go and, like, I'm hoping next year you'll be at the event again and we can actually go in that depth for a thing. What I want is a good picture for the thumbnail right now, because I want to do just like that. I don't want to go like super deep. I want you to talk about that if we're going to go super deep into your truck, because it comes off way better talking with you talking. Okay, this must go here. Yep. Okie dokie. Good news is we got metal gears to go in here. This is the inside of the transfer case transmission here. So this is rear drive shaft, front drive shaft down here, and it's got 3 gears inside of the MN82 transmission. Let's learn together. And there's my engine. I think you did tell me about your cooling thing a little bit. I don't remember though. But like I said, I'm going to try and use as much of your audio as I possibly can. And then my goal is we're going to do another walk around next year's event. So make sure you get your butt to next year's event. You have the dates, right? You heard them last week. The dates for next year's excursion event, if you are a Ford Excursion owner and you want to come be with all the cool kids, is April 1st through the 4th, 2027. Dates are nailed down. I do have a location nailed down. I don't want to tell everybody because I just need a couple more details ironed out to make sure that I can send you straight to a place to do tickets and stuff when we get this together. So I haven't told anybody the location, unless you're part of my stand store people, because I had to tell somebody and I was excited. So I told the stand store people, that needs a bearing. Ooh, this gets a bearing. Ooh, it's gonna be fast. Gotta get some grease. Bearing here, if it fits. Ooh, it doesn't fit very well. It fits a lot better on that side. And on that one, on that. Okay. Long shaft through there. No bearings on the other gears, though. Why would you want to do that? That would be way too much work. I know it is, but it's worth it, Anton. I can promise you. I can guarantee you that if you had fun, which I know you did, at Maris, you'll have way more fun at San Hollow. Bring the whole family, and it's so nice, dude. It's such a good spot. Okay, well, there's my stuff. I gotta go get some grease. Yeah, I can personally guarantee the event will be a lot better too. You know, first event, we learned lots. but we're going to have, I don't know, we're going to do a lot better this year. It's going to be a good time. I've actually got to have more people involved in everything too, as far as getting actual event things, and yeah, we're gonna upgrade pretty big time from what we did last year. So, which is one of the big reasons for the location change, because I think I can upgrade. All right, let's see if we can get these tiny bolts back through case here. Jacob will be involved. Yeah, he will be involved, probably in a little bit different capacity. That's better for him. I want him to talk about the stuff. He's so good at explaining some things, and like so passionate about some of those things, so I want him to do a chat at night and stuff like that. So we haven't talked about that yet, so he'll find out at some point. But yeah, many things that I have to still work on. That's one of them. Gosh, where did this hole go? There it is. Oh, beautiful. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to get as many excursion guys as I can get involved. This is why I would love to have you there as well. Because you are also an integral part of this community. Interesting. Does this not go on this way? No, because the bearing goes on the outside. Well, that's different. Okay. Pistol, what'd you used to work on? You have a MNs? See, I never had an MN before, so this is the first one for me. Doing a transmission right now. Or did you do excursions? I'm hoping I can talk Nate into it. I've been messaging him a lot recently. I felt bad because I wasn't much help on his 7.3 not running. These 3 are for the old one. But I was trying. Oh yeah. 4R100, man. It's a rough. It's just not the greatest transmission. They could have been so much better. Nope, that's a different size. It's also a different size. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's one guy in here right now that has an Excursion without a 4R and a manual transmission, so it's so much better. But I am kind of considering manual swapping this one. We'll see. I don't know, the price is going to be the problem. Yeah, that's what I hear. The 5Rs is kind of better. But, you know, I think everything has its issues. Especially if you work at a transmission shop, you see all of them. Did you do anything to that 5R, Anton? Or was it pretty stock? So people were asking me about the fires. I am a couple hours away from the fires. The smoke is, I can see it, but it's a beautiful day today here. I've gotten a couple messages, why I'm just saying this. Our buddy Brian, though, is really close to one of them. He seems like he's kind of in the clear, but he's pretty close. So hopefully Brian is okay. And he said he's been taking people in and doing the thing, doing the excursion guy thing, you know, letting everybody stay with him and helping them out. So my thoughts are with Brian, with all the people with him. I don't know if he is on here right now, but yeah, I like Brian. Okay. Okay, so tell me about the bypass valve delete since you work at a transmission shop, Pistol. I do not have them bypassed on either of mine. I do have a 6-liter cooler in this one right here. And I'm trying to, what the heck? Oh, let's go this way. So I'm trying to understand that bypass delete thing. I've heard some people say they'll never, but tell me what it does, because the problem is if it doesn't warm up here, like I have problems with them warming up because I live where it gets cold sometimes. and so I want to understand, like, is it okay? Like it still runs, it just runs through the cooler all the time, or like, explain it to me like I'm 12. Because I am, you know. I just want to understand, like, especially as somebody from a transmission shop, I love picking brains of people that work on these things. So when they get done like that, do they come in as much? There's my next question. And then, like, yeah, so do I have to worry about it not getting warm being up here? Is that going to be a problem? Or is it just going to do? Okay, so the check valve sticks. And the driver will know. Okay, so I understand that. But why did Ford put that in there? Because is it only to make it, to help it warm up? Or does it have anything to do with it warming up? Because from what I understand, it's helping it warm up. So I'd love to know from your perspective the deal. Okay. Guys, we have a aluminum num transmission installed. Aluminum transmission. Starting to get some good parts in this thing. I'm gonna drop one more spring out of the front end of this thing. Felt like it did better. Still not there yet, though. Oh, yeah. Keep cooler flow and case plugged. Okay. Explain that like I'm 12. Why wouldn't I want that? I guess is what I'm literally like trying to learn, right? So I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything. I want to know, I want to fully understand it before I get rid of it. So like, why wouldn't I want it to still go to the cooler just in case the cooler got plugged. I mean, I understand my cooler's not going to get plugged because I'm going to watch it, but like it's only in that case, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Drop the screw. It hit my chair though, not the floor, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm not trying to be sassy or anything. I hope that doesn't come across that way. I'm just trying to understand. Like, worse fuel mileage, pumping around thicker. Well, that's fine. I don't drive Bob in the cold, and I honestly don't drive either of them that much in the cold. But like when it's snowing, it literally won't go into overdrive. Like I can get to the highway and then it won't go into overdrive. So if the cooler plugs, it'll start the transmission. Okay, I understand that. Because then the fluid wouldn't be coming back. That makes sense. So what the bypass valve does is make it to where it has the option to literally bypass the cooler too. So if that check ball gets stuck, it could literally not be using the cooler to cool it down. Okay, interesting. So that kind of makes some more sense to me. I think that one was here. Let's try and turn it on. It's already connected. Okay, we're good. Southwest Off-Road. Did I reply? If I didn't reply, I did not get it. As you're asking me, I'm guessing that I didn't reply. But maybe I... Oh, we were talking 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we were talking about the thing. I did not reply. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. I apologize. I need to reply. We need to chat some more. I saw it and then I didn't do anything about it. Good for me. Spring could be weak in the cooler bypass and allow hot fluid right back in. Southwest Off-Road. I haven't thought about it that much. I've been super focused on figuring out my next like big event. So I will be completely honest, that has not hit my radar yet. I'm really sorry. I want to. Clamp is shut in the middle. I can buy the thing from Diesel Power Products. Has a nice kit, and I like Diesel Power Products, so I will buy stuff from them. They're also down the street from me. Well, not quite down the street. They're in the fire zone. As crazy as that might seem, if you have been there or seen where they are in the thick. Well, I don't know. They're kind of probably okay. But they're in the middle of Spokane, and they're in basically a fire range. Next big event is already planned for next year, my friend. It is April 1st through the 4th. And we have mentioned where it is in the thread. It is going to be in Sand Hollow. I don't have reservations and stuff set up yet, so don't go jumping on that. But... I got to figure out like 2 more things, and then I will have the registration set up. Mostly like insurance crap for myself, unfortunately. I got to make sure that I don't set myself up to be destroyed. So that is the plan for next year, April 1st through the 4th, Sand Hollow. We're gonna be at Jellystone. If you want to look it up, like I said, don't go try and make a reservation yet though, because I've got to do a tiny bit of work to make that fully complete. But it's close. I'm really close. I promise you. I will have everything set up by the end of this month, and I'm hoping by the 15th, but I don't know if that'll happen. So we're gonna start doing tickets a lot earlier this year. So, BD Wax, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, okay. Back to pulling the spring out of this side. Got a transmission in here. New fancy transmission. Metal gears. Maybe they're lower. That is the plan, Anton. That's part of the event. Jellystone has cabins and all that stuff, and then we're getting a pretty good rate from it. We're going to do all the stuff at Jellystone. So it just makes sense to stay at Jellystone. But, I mean, I guess you don't have to. Jellystone's pretty awesome, though. Why? Tell me about your idea, your hesitation to stay at Jellystone. Because I probably should hear it out and think about it. Oh, got it. It doesn't help me for you to stay at Jellystone, but I'm gonna have a separate event registration fee that pays for a couple of my things. So like that's my hope, and my hope is that it's super cheap. Like so, if you pay the separate event registration fee and then don't do Jellystone, that's actually fine with me. So how's that, Anton? Easy enough. Just when it comes out, that's what you'll understand. I'm just trying to make sure that I can have some of my stuff taken care of. Dang, that's awesome, BD Wax. Get all the stuff. Yeah, so this, what is that on the, I still can't, it will not, oh, it won't go past that. So I'm pretty close, actually. Always tuning on these things. BD Wax, I didn't know you were moving. But, congrats on that. So, but yeah, Anton, if you want to stay at a local hotel, man, that's fine with me. I don't have any. The idea with Jellystone, the only thing, and you can buy this stuff separately, when you camp at Jellystone, you get passes for things. And so, like, to come into the pool and everything, if we're going to do anything at the pool, you'll need some of that. I think I'm going to do things at the pool. I don't know yet. Just, like, kind of such a cool option to do things at the pool. So, I think I might. We'll see. Nice. New alarm and remote start. You're going to get fancy. All right, I cut off another half a link. Half a coil. On that side. We're just going to keep trying here. But yeah, hadn't thought about it. No, I just wanted to know if it was like, I hate Jellystone or something, Anton. That's what I just want to make sure that it's like, give this one a chance because they're a really cool spot. All right, that is about full flex. And it kind of comes back. All right, coil and a half removed. On that side, we're going to do coil and a half on this side. And grab the remote and drive it around the new transmission. This one's not fast enough to run any dog into exhaustion. This is a little crawler, so this thing's super slow. But yeah, that would be fun. We're gonna do some RC crawling at my next event here at the house, August 22nd. We're going to be here at my house, so if you don't live in the Pacific Northwest, I'm sorry. Just doing a little event locally. I got to get good at these events, guys, so the more I do, the better we're going to be for the big one, is what I figure. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing the events and stuff around here. A lot of people are like, it's not close enough or whatever, and I'm like, guys, that's not the point. The point is for me to just keep doing events and getting good at this and making it toward the big ones even better. So that's always the goal. and figure out if I can do these little local meets at everybody else's places. Okay. You bet. You Betty White. Getting them removed. Jellystone is sick, man. Yeah, the cabins are pretty similarly priced to, how much did you pay a night at Maris, Anton? Ray, I'm assembling an RC car, so no. BD Wax, I like that idea. I don't like the rhino lining because then it's stuck forever. And it's just not my thing. It's just not me. If you want to do it, I'm not going to tell you no. But I'm going to voice my opinion always. It's what you guys... Okay, now why does this not want to turn on? Probably jack that up. Okay, odd. All right, well, the body's coming back off. Okay. But I approve of that idea, BD Wax. Just in case that matters to you. Nobody cares about my approval, but I give it anyway, just for fun. Hey, if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button, I would super appreciate it. We're just hanging out, talking RC cars, talking excursions, talking the next excursion event, all the stuff. I'm curious. I think it's close to $100. These cabins, they are a little bit more expensive, but they hold the ones that I'm looking at that are more expensive are ones that hold 9 people. I don't know what the ones that are just like a small persons. I think the price that I have is like $185 or something for a 9-person cabin a night. So, plus you get a pool with that, which is different. Why? Oh boy. I just had to take it apart. I don't understand what happened there. Something wasn't all the way in. No, the big ones they definitely have a bathroom and shower in them. I stayed in them last year. So they have their own bathroom and shower, and they have like individual bedrooms and all that stuff. Yeah, and if they give vet things, are we looking at BD Wax? I don't know. They might give veterans discounts. And I know Mr. Anton is a vet. Yeah, no, most of them have bathrooms in them now. There are small ones that don't have bathrooms in them, that are probably the cheaper ones, maybe. That might be what you were looking at. I think the big ones do, though. The Cindy's? I might be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice on live, you know? It happens every once in a while. Oh, my neighbor's over here. Oh, yeah, there's 3 or 4 different cabins now. They're probably just updating them because they're installing new ones. Like, Wow, that got louder. Really louder. Travis, that's all right. Travis, RSVP. Holy loud. Oh, the Chinese parts. Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised? I shouldn't be. But hopefully it's great. It's metal. Travis, that's great. I would love for you to RSVP, but if not, shoot me an email. If you can't figure out how to... All you have to do is log into your email to RSVP. So... Oh, BD Wax. This isn't a national park. So, Jellystone is not Jellystone. When you go to Zion, if you want to go sightsee for a day, yes, you do get in for free there. But the park that I'm staying at is not a national park. Yeah, that would suck, Anton. I very much agree with that. You know, you just don't wheel as hard. The cool part about Sand Hollow is that you get out there and there is basically options for every skill level on every one of the trails we'll be doing. So you can choose the hard dumb line, or you can choose to drive around it fairly easily. So it's much different than getting stuck into something and having to do something to go through. Yeah, I'm aware self-restraint is not your strong suit, but yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's gonna work really nice. I think a lot of people, it gives you guys the ability to come and learn about Sand Hollow. It also gives you the ability to, like, hey, I don't want to wheel for a day. I'm going to go to Zion because I've never seen that. Or Bryce Canyon. Bryce Canyon is a little far for a day, but you can do it. It's 2 hours, 3 hours. And you got literally, you can go to the north rim of the Grand Canyon if you're willing to drive a couple hours from our base camp. You can go see the largest laccolith in the country. And we might even do like a scenic drive around that as a group, but Pine Valley's right there. I mean, it's kind of, that was the idea with that location, was to open it up that if you don't want to wheel, that's okay. Go do something else. There's lots of cool things. So I'll be doing a little bit of everything, but you know, the goal with the event is never to be like the off-road excursion event. I think we will do that. I think as these events grow, I think there's going to be a place that I can probably do an off-road specific excursion event. But currently, I want it to be, if you own an excursion, please come. Like, that is my goal, and I want it to be as open as possible to as many people as possible, because these trucks are not just owned by people who wheel them. I know I'm in the minority. So, and like everybody knows, I have one for both. So, yeah, this thing's so loud now. Yeah, I agree, Anton. That's my thoughts. Maris is a decent spot. It's more central. We could get people. That's what I loved about Maris, is that I could argue with everybody who said it was far that I was driving just as far or farther, because that was what I got a lot of last year, was like, oh, it's too far, and I was like, I'm literally driving 27 hours. Maris would be a cool spot. Like Disney Oklahoma might be cool. There's some really neat other stuff too. Sand Hollow would also be a great spot for the off-road, because Sand Hollow off-road is amazing stuff. I think it's probably some of the best wheeling in the country. I've wheeled quite a bit now of this great country, and there's not a whole bunch that compares. This thing's so loud. Is it just like overcoming the phone mic? Guys, it looks like it flexes a little bit. So that's good. I think I have gained ground. This little truck, it's like a $50 little crawler, and I'm just trying to make it better. So anyway, yeah, next event's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have an absolute blast. Come just stay in a hotel for the first one, Anton, and then decide if, well, I gotta figure out if this is where we're gonna end up. I think it makes a lot of sense for the big event. It doesn't help that it's not dead center of the country, but I cannot think of a better place. That is, there's another Jellystone in Texas that I drove by, but literally there's still nothing around it. So I just love the destination aspect. You and I were talking about it at the event of like the destination aspect that you could come out here and see some of the West Coast that a bunch of these people haven't seen and all that things might be really neat for people. So that's the hope. I want as many people to be able to come as possible. The off-road one is going to be a limited thing if we do it. So it will be a different story. But all this to say, I just love these Ford Excursions, and love working on them. Love meeting the people that build them and wheel them and stuff. You guys are awesome, and these trucks are worth hanging together, and you guys are worth building events for. So that is my goal with the events. My goal is to get as many as possible at some of these events, and then we'll branch out into off-road stuff when we're ready for that. So Michael Schultz saying hi. What is up, Michael? Just sitting here in front of the Bobbed Excursion. If you don't know what Bobbed is, if you were to cut a section out of this bed right here, so say you want this tailgate to be right next to this fuel fill. So you cut this section out, and you put it up there, and you make it to where it's short like that. That's exactly what I did to this Excursion. I put it right up to the fuel fill, and the back of the leaf springs go to the right at the back of the bumper, and that is called bobbing. So it's pretty cool. Doug Bradley, thanks for cruising in here. Michael Schultz, scrolling and trolling. Love it. Love that journey for you, my friend. Just sitting here talking about Ford Excursions and the next event and everything. Yeah, Doug Bradley in here. Doug, what excursions do you have? Tell me about them. What engines? What years? Four-wheel drives? Where are you located, Doug? Are you going to come to an event soon? Just kidding. I asked Doug 800 questions, and then he leaves because he thinks I'm overwhelming him because I am too interested in people. But I just love talking to you guys, learning about my community, learning about where you guys are from, what trucks you have, what things we can talk about together, because I might have a truck that's the same year, or I might have owned it since new like you, or all those things. So that's why it's important to just question vomit for me. I love learning about people, and that is the goal of the lives. So we're always taking opinions and talking back and forth about things. We spent some time today talking about the event and listening to you guys, listening to your opinions and all that. So always got those things rolling in my head as I'm working on things. My next event is a smaller event. If you are in the Pacific Northwest, you are welcome to come to it. It is going to be August 22nd at my house. So if you go on to the Facebook page and go to the events tab, you will see an event that says Geeks 4x4 Open Garage, I think is what it's called. And there's an RSVP link in there. If you're able to come, I'd love to have you RSVP. That's how I'm going to send out the address, and that's how I'm going to make sure I have enough food to serve everybody some good old-fashioned lunch. So, anyway, I'm hoping to meet some local people and do the thing locally. And then next year, if you are an excursion owner and you're not in the Pacific Northwest, you should try to make it to the big event. It is April 1st through the 4th, 2027. And we've already said on the live. So it's in Sand Hollow. It's going to be in southern Utah. There's going to be a bunch more details coming on that soon. We'll make sure to get like a ticket and everything up, but I don't have all that ironed out, so I'm not going to give all the details over and over. But we've been talking about it. So if you scroll back, you will find exactly where we're going to be and stuff. So anyway. Sand Hollow is going to be an epic spot and give a lot of people the ability to go explore southern Utah. Go explore Bryce Canyon, Zion, Grand Canyon, Pine Valley, Kolob Canyon, Bryan Head, Cedar Breaks. Like, the amount of outdoor stuff that is there to be seen is kind of incredible. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to showing you guys some cool stuff in the Southwest and getting to see more excursion owners. We opened it up a little bit. So yeah, let's see. We got 49% in here that are excursion owners on our poll. And so that means 51 are not. So we need another person to come in that's an excursion owner to vote. That would be awesome. I scared my friend Doug Bradley away because I asked him too many questions. Sorry, Doug. Please come back. Guys, I think this truck might be way better. It's very possible. I just need tires that grip. Indeed, Anton. There are some weird alcohol laws there. I lived there for a while. There are some weird things. But I know people traveling from other places that are probably going to solve that on their own. So, yeah, I don't think your Miller Lite changes, though. Was it Miller? What were you giving us? Budweiser's? What's the Texas beer? I feel like it was Miller that you were handing out, Anton. I don't remember. But yes, Utah does have some interesting things. We got to make sure of that. The drunk driving one is the one that always scares me the most there, because they are like, they've lowered their blood alcohol percentage to like 0.03. So basically, if you have a beer, you're driving under the influence, which is I don't love. But there's just so many good things there that it's okay. We'll survive. I think we'll survive just fine. So what else you guys got to ask me? I'm the Ford Excursion guy, kind of. I don't know. I just talk about it on the internet a lot, so maybe I am. Ford Excursion is the biggest SUV I ever built. Everyone's like, yeah, I don't think Miller changes his alcohol percentage, Anton, for Utah, because I don't think Miller is above 3.6% anyway. But yeah, the Ford Excursion was built from 2000 to 2005. It had 4 engine options: 5.4 liter 5.4 liter V8, 6.8 liter V10, and a 6.0 V8 diesel, and a 7.3 V8 diesel. The 7.3 was only offered from 2000 to 2003. About midway in the year, you could still order one with a 7.3. And then they all got the new 6-liter, which people were very excited about at the time. And that has proven to not be the most exciting engine we've ever heard of. It's become a great money pit for a lot of people. It's also become a great engine for some people. But I don't own one, and I don't know if I ever will. But anyway, Ford Excursion was built on an F-250 chassis, so I told people, I had a lady asking me last night, we were tearing down the show, and she's like, "What is this? I want one of those." I was like, "Well, you can't get one of those. They stopped building it in 2005. Or you can get it. It's just," but I go, "You probably don't want it if you just want a mom car, because it's like, it's a pickup truck. It's a truck. I shouldn't say pickup, because it's a truck. So it's an F-250 chassis with a SUV body on it. So it's kind of a special one-off thing. Everybody goes, well, GM's things are close. Well, that GM T800, that was the 3500, basically just had extra leaf packs stuffed onto it. They didn't really do much for those frames. So the frames are still a half ton, and they gave you some stiffer leaf packs. And if that's the way we're counting things, then most people's Excursions are 1 tons instead of 3/4 tons. So, you know, do with that as you will. But that's my 2 cents about the Suburbans being similar. They're still IFS. They just got a stiffer rate spring to be 3/4 ton with the 8.1. 8.1 is a great engine. Don't get me wrong. But I'll take my Excursion any day. So, yeah, I built this one behind me with my bare hand and nub. I'm just kidding, hands. And I did not know how to weld when I took it apart. I had a buddy who was a fabricator, trained fabricator, that helped me cut it apart, and then had to go to work. And so I basically kind of knew how to weld, and I really learned how to weld as I was welding back together sheet metal, because sheet metal is terrible to weld. The body kind of lines up on the back of this truck when you bob it, but not really. And so I had to do lots of pushing of panels and filling of gaps, because what else would you do? And yeah, I don't know. Came out with this thing. Came out with this here shortened, goofy looking Excursion that climbs over rocks pretty darn well. So I also host events. So if you are a Ford Excursion owner and you would like to meet other Ford Excursion owners, you should follow me on Facebook, because that's where I put all the events under my event tab. And then I also post about it on every other platform. So if you're not on Facebook, you'll still hear about it, because I get annoying and post over and over and over and over and over. But maybe you won't see every one of them, so it won't annoy you as badly as some other people. But anyway, I just have a great time talking about these trucks, meeting the people that own them, drive them, have built them. People have done way more to them than I have. People have done way less and still love them. I don't care. I just like the Ford Excursion, and I want it to live forever. So my goal is to make videos that help people fix the little dumb things like a door lock actuator that's broken, or the really dumb things like how to put 40s on it without a lift. And that's what's kind of fun. Kind of fun for me to do. So I appreciate all of you watching, all of you doing the thing. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just rambling on for a minute because nobody's commenting any questions or anything. So I'm just giving you guys the inside scoop of what's going on. Let me go to my Excursion story. So you guys can post yours in the comments as I'm going. My Excursion story started when I was 6 years old. My family had always had Suburbans. We were, you know, always towing trailers with Suburbans and ending up on the side of the road with Suburbans because the transmissions were out. And my grandpa had a Suburban that went through, I think, 3 transmissions before it hit 100,000 miles. And he got mad at General Motors because they started building cruddy vehicles. And do you blame him, right? So anyway, he went down to Ford and said, give me something that's not going to suck. Towing a trailer, that's a big SUV thing, and they had just come out with the Excursion. So in 2001, he bought my 2001 Ford Excursion with a 7.3 in it, 4-wheel drive, and he loved it. Drove it all over the place. They were starting to travel. He drove it, traveling, towing trailers, doing the thing. and then gifted to my family the next year. Bought another one. Did the same thing. Gifted it to another part of the family. Bought another one. So we ended up with an 01, an 02, an 03, all with 7.3s, all four-wheel drive, and we had them all for right around 20 years. I'm the only one now that still owns one, which is kind of a bummer, but everybody else has sold on to theirs. Nobody's quite as a car guy as myself and the rest of the family, and that is okay, because some people don't need a vehicle, they need to tinker on the weekends. I put a output speed sensor on the white truck this morning because guess what? It just needs little things every once in a while. And that's just what an old truck does. Still love the heck out of it. We'll drive it anywhere and pull anything I want. 353,000 miles later, that's where I'm at. I started driving in that truck. I got my driver's license driving that truck on the test. I have put 210,000 miles on it myself since 2010, so it only had 130 on it when I started driving, 140-ish when I started driving it. And yeah, that's my Excursion story. That is how I became in love with these trucks. Now, how I became the guy online with them, I have no idea. I started Geeks 4x4 as kind of like an budget off-road channel, and man, it has evolved into Geeks 4x4, the Excursion guy. And so I started doing some excursion videos, and they started doing well, and people were saying they needed help with certain things and doing this and that, and so I went for it. And here we are. I got that truck to cut in half and bob and build a crazy off-road rig after Ultimate Adventure. And yeah, now I built it. And now I wheel it and continue to tinker on it and do the thing and try and help people make decent buying decisions on Amazon with all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know, just having a great time hanging out with you guys and doing the thing. I like going live on the weekends. It's fun to talk to you guys. So what else do you have to talk about? That is the next question I have for Yuzel. What other things do you want to dive into? I know Anton is around. Looks like Doug Bradley was in here. Michael was scrolling and trolling, but I don't know if he's still in here. We've got quite a few people, though. Would love to have you hit the comments. We've got another Excursion owner that just voted on the poll. We just dropped over the 50% mark for Excursion owners versus nons that are in here hanging out. So tell me about it, guys. Let's hear from you. What do you want to go over next? Next event for me is August 22nd. That is in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be at my house. So if you want to RSVP for it, I would love for you to do that. That's how I'm going to send out the address and such. And then the event after that is the big event, which I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Put some names in the comments. What do you think an excursion event should be called? I'm kind of a little bit leaning towards Excursion Rally. Kind of gone back and forth on the name for the last couple years, trying to find something that's really great. But like the Excursion Rally sounds pretty good. And that one could be the big one. And then the Excursion Rally Northeast, if I do one back east. The Excursion Rally Central, like we can do all that stuff. But this one's just going to start out as the Excursion Rally. What do you think? Do you like the Excursion Rally? Do you like the Excursion Exorcism? the Excursion Elopement? The Excursion Evolvement? Evolve the Ford Excursion. I don't know. Yeah, tell me things. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. I think I got this thing to flex. At least do that. Is this thing broken? Nobody's commented for a while. It's starting to scare me. There's lots of people on here. Hi. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. There it is. The t-shirt that Jake... Yes, the ones that Jacob made last year say the excursion event. That's what we called it last year. I don't know if I love that name. That's why I'm curious about changing it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Did you not buy a t-shirt, Anton? How dare you? How are you going to prove to anyone that you were at the event if you don't have the t-shirt? Like, man, you can't even say you're at the first one if you don't have a t-shirt. It's like, did he even go? Does anybody even know who Anton is? But yes, that was the name. That was the initial name. But I'm unsure if I love that name enough to keep it going into the future. But we could do the excursion event. The excursion rally means it makes to me like it's more around the vehicle versus like an excursion event. Yes, he needed to get rid of them. We have to figure this the whole t-shirt thing out so that we don't eat so many of them. I think Jacob ended up eating a lot of those, which I feel bad about. But I appreciate you buying a t-shirt. That is very nice. It helps. It helps on. Well, help Jacob. I didn't really do anything with those. We tried to make it to where we weren't making much money from those. So we're gonna do all that stuff though. I want to make it to where the entrance fee is really cheap. So I'm really hoping if I can, like, if you're gonna stay at a hotel, great. It's gonna be super cheap for you. If you have points, it's cheaper to stay at Jellystone than some of the other places, but Anton, no, don't worry. it'll be year 2. We just like didn't have a set name. I don't feel like last year. It was just like, well, this is the excursion event. I feel like it should be the excursion rally more so than the excursion event. I don't know. No. Won't make it. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're all going to be inaugural events. Every year I'm going to try and get better, but every year I'm just going to tell people it's the first year. So don't expect anything too deep. That's how I get away with it, you know? That's how we'll make it make sense. Figure out if I bent my hood. It doesn't close anymore. Thanks for the likes coming through. Don't see any comments coming through. We've got still got lots of time. If you guys want it, bring on some comments, bring on some more questions. Missing a bunch of people this week. Everybody must be pretty busy. But yeah, bring it on. What do we got? We're just kind of chatting about the event, Anton and I. Trying to, well, I'm trying to listen to people, trying to make it all make sense. Racing Connection, what up, man? Did you just wash your car in that amount of time? Did you wash your car or your excursion, man? Come on. Racing Connection, you can't make the event in Washington. I totally understand. But the event in San Hollow, California is only like 5 hours away, man. You should come. 100%. The problem is people want me to do an event. The excursion in Washington is next again. Well, it's if you don't sell it, because it sounds like you're trying to sell it. But yeah, if you still have your excursion April 1st through 4th we're going to be in Sand Hollow with a whole bunch of other excursions. So Sand Hollow, St. George is not super far from Southern California. I don't know exactly where you are, but it's another great reason for me to choose it. But everybody's like, I can't make it, it's too far. The V10 won't make it 4 hours? Don't tell mine. I drove mine. I think the furthest point I got from home was 33 hours last year. My V10. It was fine. It didn't blow up at 4 hours away. I know. Kind of crazy. But yeah. Well, it sounds like you need that 6-liter cooler and the valve bypass thing, so that you make sure you don't hit in that valve, so you can actually keep the transmission cool. The V10s are made for road tripping, my friend. So if you still have it, you need to come. There's no. This is what's funny about the event. Everybody's like, I can't come. It's too far. And they want me to literally like be in their front yard for them to come to an event. And it's like, how do I make every event in your front yard if the next person 3 doors over doesn't want to drive over to your house? So I just have to choose places and choose a great spot. And if you don't want to come, that's okay. But you're missing out, because we're going to make this thing a big deal. And we're going to be doing excursion events every year. And the excursion community is going to grow because of these events. So if you don't make it to them, you're going to miss out, which is a bummer. Because I'm telling everybody, it's close to it. As close, as far out as I possibly can. I'm telling everybody. So that's that's on peeps. If you don't make it. Hey, just being honest here. I did think it was funny. I had a lot of people last year that were like, ooh, Texas, it's too far. I was like, where do you want me to go that it's not too far for everybody? I get that. Racing Connection. Yeah. I hope you don't sell it, my friend. Excursions are very hard to replace, because there's not another vehicle in the world that can do what an Excursion can do. But if you must, I understand it. Especially living in California, that is an expensive vehicle to own there, because they are taxing you on every way they possibly can owning an Excursion. Including the fact that the fuel mileage isn't great, so you get to think. Zach, what is up? How you doing? Racing Connection, your third one. Yeah, so you know. You're just not keeping the same one like some of us. Don't know who that is, but some of us have had the same one since 2000. Don't know who. But yeah, if you're up for going to get more, that's also fun. You've owned that V10 for 15 years? That's not bad. Yeah, Zach's got a nice 2-wheel drive. That would be a great one to own, I think. In California, 7.3 2-wheel drive. So you have to smog it, but because you could actually get like 20 miles per gallon out of a 2-wheel drive. That van, I guess in Aruba, this is a van. Vincent says they're not that expensive to own in California if you don't drive them. That makes sense. That actually, solid logic. It's not expensive to own things in California, and if you're post-smog, it's not expensive to register it most of the time. Do they not charge by weight yet? I thought California was doing the weight for registration. So yeah. No, I'm just saying, Racing Connection, you could swap over. You could go do a little road trip. Go get Zach's 7.3. He's got a 7.3 Excursion that's for sale. Honestly, well, now Zach won't trade you for a 4x4 V10 because he already has one. But And then you could have an Excursion that was cheaper to drive in California. Because as Vincent said, not cheap to own. It's cheap to move. Or it's expensive to move. Sorry. Yes, cheap to own, expensive to move. Nice, Vincent. Hey, I totally get that, man. And honestly, it's a lot of that for a lot of us. Washington is not that much cheaper. My registration is a lot cheaper, and my insurance in California, but yeah. But yeah. $100 a week when it's your daily. Yep. Yeah, I only drive 6 miles. But when I'm doing my long commute with it, which I don't have to, it'll cost me over 100. But I have a commute that's 70 miles round trip. So we drive my wife's Edge for that. 24 miles per gallon, adaptive cruise control. No complaints. But when I do drive the truck down there, I gotta fill the tank every 2 weeks. And right now, that's $200. Yes, Anton. And then nobody in Texas is telling them about the property taxes. So they're all realizing how bad the property taxes are. And they're like, geez. Oh, that's funny, Racing Connection. Are we just like twins, man? You're just like twins, but you're still living in California. That's rough. I mean, I just feel bad for anybody that's still living in California. But I grew up in California, so we could be twins. I grew up in Temecula, Marietta, Temecula, so. Oh, even better. That's great, man. So we're twins. A brother from another mother of a different color. Love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, I grew up in Marietta, Temecula, so. Vincent, you removed the AC. Why'd you remove your rear AC, Vincent? I'm always just curious when people do it. Why did you do it? Feels like it's not something I would remove unless I was doing... I don't know. It's hard to keep the truck cool with just the front when it's hot. Racing Connection, you are in Inglewood. Nice. For 40 years. Your whole life. Yeah, I was born in Riverside. I grew up in Marietta, Temecula. Whole family was there. Grandma's still there in Riverside. We were lifetime Riversiders. My grandma has been there almost her whole life. My dad was there almost his whole life. And yeah. So just picked up a set of 35 1250 R20s. 35's on a 20 for the V10. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not a big fan of the 20, but I'll take a 35 always, Zach. Are you going to do it with no lift? No lift. No lift. Oh. It's too much now. Yeah. Riverside's a whole deal. We got out of there before it kind of went a little crazy. But yeah. You know, I rag on California. I'm glad I don't live there anymore, but I also think that it's a great place to grow up. I'm glad to be from there. I learned about a lot of things. I grew up with a lot of different people, and I can drive in any situation because Californians don't know how to drive ever. So, yeah. Vincent doesn't like AC. Windows down always. All right. Well, you should pull the whole compressor then, man. Get that horsepower, that extra 3 horsepower from your compressor. Why not? That's kind of funny. I get it, Vincent. When it's 110, though, man, it's hot. Yeah, Racing Connection, they do. 35 on a 20 is great for towing. Not the greatest for off-road. Yeah. Anton learned that pretty well. Can't hear that. Is that really what yours is? Is 35 on a 20? It didn't feel like, it felt like your wheel was a 22, Anton. So if you're, yeah, because I guess you're adding, that's weird though, because it should only be an inch less of sidewall. But it didn't feel like that on yours. Interesting. Because the stock tire is, I guess it's on a 16, so it's 4 inches of wheel and 2 inches of tire, maybe 3 inches of tire, so okay. Zach, I don't have kids, but I gotta have AC for me. So yours is a 35 on a 20. Yeah, see, I mean, it just felt like yours was something different, but that makes sense, I guess. .35 on a 17 is a much nicer sidewall for off-road. But if you're towing, like Anton said, if you're towing, the 35 on a 20 is great. Oh, got it, Anton. Yeah, and then Anton ended up with an F-rated tire, which is also not great for off-roading, because you can air it down to 12, and it doesn't have a sidewall that bulges at all. No, actually, the sidewalls did halfway decent on that. I had a guy in the comments today, and I don't understand this either, that was like, you have to run an E-rated tire on an Excursion for the weight. Your D-rated's not up to it. And I was like, well, this D-rated is rated for 3,900 pounds a tire on these 40s. They're D-rated 40. But I don't know if it's because of the size they're rated for more weight or what. But these miles, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Gil! Man, Gil, I have not seen your name in a long time. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you found the live again tonight. That's really fun. So what is going on, Gil? Remind me where you're located and about your excursion a little bit. I definitely recognize your name, but I cannot place exactly who you are. I know you were on lives a bunch when we first started, so appreciate you coming back. It's all good, Gil. Yeah. Gil's in Florida. Awesome. Another one of them Florida boys. Or you were here last week, Gil. No? Yeah, maybe you were. Yeah, the OBS, that bullet hole wheel from the OBS stuff. And we had an option for that. No, Gil, you weren't here last week. Okay, well, there was somebody from Florida last week, I think. I don't remember. It all flows together. I'm just glad you're here, Gil. What is up, man? We're just talking about excursions. We were talking about the excursion event for a while. Let's see, we've been talking about 35s on a 20 and how it's kind of got some sidewall, but not that much. Not quite enough to be real good off-road, but real good towing, which is great for some people. And, yeah, other than that, we're just doing a normal thing. I've been working on this little MN82 RC car a little bit this live. I put a new transmission in it with metal gears and took a few coil loops out of the coil springs to try and make it flex. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. And now I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just kind of spit shining it. I'm seeing lots of fingerprints and stuff, so apparently it needs to be cleaned. They're like grease fingerprints. I don't even know. They're kind of odd. Maybe my t-shirt is scratching it just as much as it is cleaning it. Diesel additives. You know, I don't run them all the time. I'm not that kind of person. Anton probably knows a lot more about diesel additives than myself, actually. He's kind of done tons of research and is the kind of guy that could probably spout off some really great information about them. So I would wait for Anton's comment to like really get the diesel additive thing. I've run Lucas on and off in mine. I currently have nothing in it, but I am burning through a bunch of used transmission fluid in my 7.3 just because I can. Never really noticed a big difference. The Lucas would give me a little bit better fuel mileage, but I never noticed a massive difference in much of anything. So Racing Connection said he wanted to do some engine stuff on his V10. Not the much you can do. You're very right. You can just basically do headers. There are a couple companies that make tunes for them, but headers and the stock intake's even good. So there's like really not a bunch. You can supercharge it. Superchargers do exist for the V10. I'd love to have that noise under my hood. That would be a good time in the old Bob Excursion. Oh, we'll see. We'll see if we get there. If I find one, I'll do it. Zach has had V10s that are cammed, turboed, and ProCharge. Really? Zach, which one was the best one? Yeah, its transmission shifts hard. That's a problem. Anton says the need for diesel additives depends on injection pump and the engine's uses. This guy's got a 7.3 with 190K on it. So, does he just need to do it every day or daily, Anton? Or is this like a, when you're towing hard, do something like this type thing? I said, I don't know enough about, like, I've run them hit or miss just for fun to see if I could notice anything. Like I said, I have gotten a little bit better fuel mileage with the Lucas that I've run in mine, but other than that, not much. If you don't sell it by next year, you plan on building a turbo kit for it, or if all else fails, the first Coyote swap. Coyote swap would be cool. I'm not sure that engine is right for an Excursion, though. It needs a lot of RPM. And I just don't want to do RPM. But if you just want to make a race car Excursion, by all means, that'd be fun. Mine are not fast. Well, the 7.3 is kind of fast. But the V10 is very much not fast. It looks cool, though. So that's worth tons. Looking cool. I don't know. That wasn't the goal. The goal was that it drives over stuff, and it does that too. So, that's good. Yeah, see, that's... So, Anton says the 7.3 would likely benefit from a real diesel additive, not ATF. Yeah, I agree, but it's not absolutely necessary. They'll live a long life without them. Cody has a lot of RPM, not enough low-end torque. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Gil Kennedy, I have timed my 0 to 60 and my 7.3. It was like 10 seconds. It's not anything good. The silent abused. You don't drive. That's why you're the silent abused. That's too bad. Vincent, that's a good call. Definitely want that bigger cooler on a 7.3. I forget what truck you have, Vincent, but 7.3 or a V10 or a 5.4, any of them, you're going to want the bigger cooler. That transmission, I don't know. I need to do it to my 7.3 still. I haven't even done it. I've just done the transmission cooler upgrade to the V10. It was running quite hot with the 40s when I first did them. And so I wanted to make sure that it didn't do that anymore. So it was not helpful. Yeah, Zach, 10 business days is about more right. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds, but it's like not fast. It's also not slow, but it's not fast. But I don't know. Everybody that says the 7.3s are slow, I also laugh at, because I can get around people if I need to. Gil, my 7.3, no, mine has stage 1 injectors and a Banks exhaust. The turbo is stock though, and a 6.637 filter, and then some AA design tunes. It's quick enough to get out of its own way. It's a much different story than a stock one. I think stock, my 0 to 60 was like 12 seconds. And I think I'm right around 10 now with some of those things. Yeah, Zach says 7.3s aren't fast and don't make a ton of power. They make a lot of torque, though. So, yes. Anton says speed or acceleration is dependent on the power to weight ratio. The Excursion excels in the weight ratio, in the weight department. It does not excel in the power department. You need the weight of these trucks. I think, Anton, how much does yours weigh? So this truck right here weighs 77. My 7.3 weighs like 82, 83, right around there. With about 10 to 15 gallons in the gas tank on both. Because that changes it a lot. 44-gallon tank. 44 times 7. It ain't light, folks. It ain't light. It is, yeah. I said 44 times 7 because it's a gallon of diesel fuel weighs about 7 pounds. So, it's right around 400 pounds of fuel, just in case you wanted to know. It is a bit more complicated, but it's pretty easy to nail down on the Excursion as to why they're not that fast to that, I think, Gil. Racing Connection, yes, sir. You have an Excursion, man. You know how much they cost to fill up. Yeah, 100 to 150 a week. Yeah, just keep it topped off. Makes you feel better. Yeah, no, you're totally right, Gil. I'm just a heavier car into like a GTR versus a Miata or something can't put the power down. But a heavier car, GTR versus Miata, means like 2,000 pounds versus 3,000 pounds. And we're talking, and you own one, we're talking about 8,000-pound vehicles and people claiming that they're fast. And that's just a different story. It's just a lot of weight to be fast. That's a flex in California to put $100 in the tank. Yeah, that's rough. But yes, there's a bunch more factors. I totally agree, Gil. We're just saying that, like, the Excursion is not meant. Nobody built, and why has nobody built this? Nobody has built a drag racing Excursion yet, or a track car Excursion yet. Like, why? Who's not doing that? I haven't thought about that. Now I'm thinking. Two-wheel drive, though. You'd want a four-wheel drive almost and bring it down. Kind of interesting. No, they are not traction limited. Although, my 7.3 will chirp the tires between 1 and 2. So, Yeah, they're just heavy girls. Just sound like a big girl, you know? We all do, considering we drive Excursions. They're good trucks. They're not race cars, though. But they can be rock crawlers. Yeah, fully built. You got to flex on that. Yeah. Yeah, an excursion for the truck. It'd be a good time, though. It'd be fun. There's a guy up here in the Pacific Northwest that has it's a Dodge minivan, one of the old caravans that has an LS in it and full roll cage with 6 racing seats in it that he takes people drifting with it, and it's a drift car. It's pretty sick. So, I dig that. I could build an excursion that way. That'd be fun. We could get talking to building an excursion that way with the right amount of money. Wait off to the side. Yeah, the rear seats are pretty heavy. You're still getting 15 to 17. You must be a 4-wheel drive. The rear seats are heavy. You only have 3 people in your 0173. That's great. Yeah, I don't ever have that many people in mine either. But nice to have everything. I have the ability. I think I'm going to have 8 people in it tomorrow going to the lake. So yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it. If you want to come to the next excursion event and you live in the Pacific Northwest, it's August 22nd. If you want to come to the next excursion, I think I'm going to call it the Excursion Rally. There was no other names given. Give me some other names. The next excursion, the big event, that is April 1st through 4th, 2027. Those are the dates. So write them down, plug them into that phone, make sure you have the dates, because I want you to be there. So, Anton, stop it. But yes, I also want to do that type of event for excursions where we just, not that we drag race, but we kind of go around and drive and do cool things. So, Racing Connection, I have a video on it. And so if you go to Amazon, or sorry, if you go to the channel and you type in transcooler upgrade, I think, on the search bar, you'll find the video I did on doing it in the V10 truck right here. It'll give you all the right part numbers, all the Amazon links. I think it was under $300 to put a 6-liter cooler in it. Holds a little bit more coolant or transmission fluid, and I bypassed the radiator. I did not do the little bypassing that somebody has. GTR is definitely possible to go off-road. Anything's possible, right? With the right amount of time and money. So, I'm not there on either of those yet. I don't have the time or the money. But, Anton's getting in my head a little bit because I just, I like building weird things. And I keep telling you guys I want a 2-wheel drive that I can put on the ground, but maybe my 2-wheel drive becomes a race car, because that would be more fun. Not a problem, Racing Connection. Yeah, like I said, there's a whole video on the how-to of how to do it. It is not that hard of a job. You can do it without... You can do it without dropping the bumper. I didn't do it with my original bumper, I don't think. I don't remember what bumper was on it. And so, yeah. But, yeah, and if you buy through my Amazon links, I make a couple bucks. So that's kind of nice. Helps me out. And I need to do... I'm going to do a guide on that, too, so you can just get the parts list. But, anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you coming in here and hanging out. As always, just we're here every Sunday from 4 o'clock to right around 6 o'clock. And, yeah, I just appreciate being able to talk to you, getting to know you guys. We got a bunch of Californians in here today, which, you know, those poor guys are paying way too much for fuel. And, yeah, I mean, this one was fun. I got to do some upgrades to the old MN82 and hopefully make it crawl a little better. Next thing, I think we're gonna do some aluminum. I think they're called step kicks or something on Amazon. This is all cheap Chinese stuff. It's real fun, and so that's cool. And this is what I was hoping to build the Excursion body for, but I haven't done it. Hunter, you're a little late. I'm about to leave, man. But yeah, we just kind of chilled, built on this truck a little bit, talked about that truck a little bit, and appreciated all of you people. I love thing. Let's go one more time. What do you guys think about calling the big excursion event Excursion Rally? Do you have other names that you think would be more suited, before I go, for the big excursion event? I just don't love the excursion event. It feels too generic. I want it to be cooler. I want to feel cooler. Or do you guys love the excursion event? Maybe I'm just completely wrong. And it just needs to be called the excursion event. And I just need to shut up and enjoy it. Comment below. Now that I told you I was going to leave. The big excursion event. Excursion Expo, Hunter says. It feels like a show to me. Zach Campbell, I cannot remember what you sent me. Excursion Throwdown. Interesting. Okay. The Big X event. Big excursion event. I mean, I like the big event. Okay, there's an interesting one. The Excursion Rodeo, but it feels... Well, we could do that on the Excursion Rodeo. I've thought about the Excursion Cult. I think that's a funny one. But it's like a cult gathering. You could do Excursion Cult Gathering. Like Excursion Rally is one that Brian came up with that I kind of like. Just feels like something that we could... That I also love. The Excursion Gala. That's funny. Big fan of that. All right. Well, we've thrown some new things out there. I'm going to look them up, do the thing. Test them out a little bit. Excursion Rodeo or Excursion... The big excursion event. The big excursion event also fits in my thing, and then we could do excursion rallies like Excursion Rally Northwest, Excursion Rally Northeast, and then we just do the big excursion event as the big one. You know, I don't know, guys. It's kind of a fun. I want it to be a fun thing. Excursion Palooza, I like that. That could be entertaining. Excursion Gala is just great. That just makes me laugh. And then Hunter said the Excursion Occurrence. Nocturnal Excursions. excursion conversations. The excursion? Yeah, I've thought of that one. I kind of dig it, but I also just think it doesn't. Excursion invasion. I've thought about that one too. What is your guys' favorite that has been said so far? Just all post one that's already been said. All comment back one that's already been said. Don't choose your own. Unless you really love it. Just kidding. We've got like 1,500 names here. You know, we gotta make sure we narrow it down a little bit. The 4 tons of fun event. Yeah, I like that. I think it needs to have excursion in the name. Sounds a lot like all for fun. Yeah, excursion invasion has also been one around my thing. Because full size. We went around the E words for a little bit, so we did come through escapades. I love that. I think it's going to be really funny too. The excursion gala still makes me laugh. I hadn't thought of that one. Yeah, it's what a fun. Yeah, I don't know. The excursion outing. The excursion meet. What up, Eddie? We're throwing out names for the big excursion event. That's what's happening right now. And so there's a bunch of random names in here. We're just kind of spitballing to see what really holds down, as I say it. The excursion beatdown. See, that invokes that it's going to be broken things. I don't like that. We could start a bidding war, Hunter says, and whoever donates the most money gets to pick the name that we stick with forever. That sounds sketchy to me. I need a name that I actually like. Because I'm going to be like the guy doing it, you know. But Super Chats is always open. Just kidding. Thought about that for the off-road one, Anton. So, I don't know if I can, or if they have trademark on Ultimate Adventures things, but I think you could do something like that. Yeah, somebody said the excursions already. I kind of like the excursion, but I don't like it at the same time. It's just not that creative. But I do like it, is what's annoying. Not annoying, it's just what's funny. The excursion gala is still stuck in my head. It's just funny. We get less people. I don't know. Ultimate excursion thing has been on my mind too. X marks the spot reunion. That's funny. X reunion. But then we'll get people that are doing weird things. Nice, Hunter. Yeah, it's up to you whatever you want to do the days that we are off, because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But as a guide, I can jump on any trails, so I want to run some new trails, at least one. Last year I tried and that didn't happen, so I need to do it this year so I can run a new trail and do the thing. The Excursion Cult Gathering. And if I'm the cult leader, if you're happy and you know it, thank your ex. This is getting out of hand now. This is great, though. That's so good. Oh, man. Ex-communion. Ex-convention. Excursion convention. Excursion... Eloping excursions. Geeks 4x4's excursions. You'll even buy a top hat. Okay, so I don't think the whole event is going to be named that, but you've given me an idea because they do a gala at Trail Hero, and we could do a gala where we have everybody dress up and do the thing. And that could be a way that I fundraise, essentially, that people pay for, I don't know, or we raise money for something. Forever X event. Yeah, the Excursion Excommunication. Yep. That's why I said exorcism, Excursion Exorcism. I like EE. I do think that's cool. Yeah, like a fundraiser where we do a night where we do an excursion gala. And or nobody dresses up and you dress up your excursion. The white guys, we're going to be great. The black guys are easy. Everybody else got to figure out how to put a tuxedo on their excursions. Could be fun. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. We're just getting started with this whole excursion event, excursion rally, excursion gala talk and thing, and it's going to be a good time because I think we're going to build this thing into something really big. My hope is that I can, as I go back to being full-time on this YouTube journey and influencer journey thing, I can start doing these events all over the place. Like, that is the real hope. So I'm hoping to do an event everywhere. So I just got to come up with the right name. Just kidding. And then we'll do it. Excursion Fest. Thought of that one too. I like it. Honey Badger Gathering. Yeah, I don't know what excursion owners call themselves. I mean, they just call themselves. Everybody calls it X. So, like, I like the X thing, but I don't know that it, like, advertises well as X. So well, and that's what I'm poking at, Anton, is the excursion event west or east or central, because that's what I want to make. Like, the excursion rally northwest, the excursion rally west, the excursion rally sounds better, I think, than the excursion event. I don't know. It's very windy outside. Firefighters, I'm sure, are loving it. Yeah, so that's the idea, is that it goes to the next things, so that when I start doing them more, everybody just recognizes that it's me, and you're gonna have a good time. Maybe. Yes, exactly. Like Holly LS Fest. Like, oh, Hunter's wife says excursion rally. I feel like that's kind of where my wife is at too. That's a Brian suggestion. So yeah, so excursion rally east, excursion rally west, excursion rally central, or excursion rally northwest. Do it up here. Excursion rally southwest. Do it in Southern Cal. Like, all these different things are totally options. So, yeah, what an interesting thing we're doing. Unprecedented, guys. Unprecedented. Now, people have built cultures around vehicles, so it's very possible to do it. And I think that we definitely can, especially with the help of every single one of you people talking and joking about it and laughing about it, and that's how much we all care. So, super appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time to come up with fun names with me and do the thing. World's greatest SUV gathering. The Chevy guys would love that. The best SUV ever gathered. And yeah, I just think it's really fun, guys. I super appreciate you. I think I am going to take off for the night. I have been out here long enough, but I really appreciate all of you, and I'm grateful that you follow the channel. I'm grateful that you care about these cool biggest X wins. I'm grateful for all of it, and I just appreciate the heck out of you. So thank you for coming, and we will see you next week, 4 o'clock Pacific, and let's have another great event next week, another great live. I'll be here next week, right? The week after I won't be here because we're going to be on a cruise. So anyway, next event, August 22nd, my house, RSVP on Facebook. Next event after that, the Excursion Rally, the big one. That is April 1st through the 4th. It's going to be in Sand Hollow. All the reservation and stuff, all the details to follow, but that is what is happening right now, and in the world of the greatest SUV ever. So I appreciate all of you. You're great, and I'm gonna peace.